Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. As you know, words have meaning, and they have precise meaning. That's why you have, synonyms. If you want to give a different, you use a synonym or use euphemisms and other little ways of expressing whatever ideas you want to convey. In this case, I will read you a title and then I will read you the article, just skim through it because it's very interesting. If I tell you the world is against, let's say, this idea, what does that mean, the world? That means the whole world. That means the entire world. That's why it's kind of impossible. Therefore, you say most of the world, some in the world, You use that if you want to be normal. If you want to be a weasel, you say the world. If you want to push it, you want to push the idea that everybody is for that idea. So here you have New Voice of Ukraine telling us, world reacts to Russia's devastating missile attack on Odessa's historic city center. Well, I'm going to ignore these things because as awful as it is, this video is not about that. It's about the world. World reacts. Okay? Right here. World. Not some of the world. And okay. World meaning what? Countries? The countries? How many are there? It's okay. Right here. 195. Okay? So world. Countries in the world? 195. So when they say world, you would expect, let's be frank, 195. Or if not 195, you would expect, 190, 180, 150, a majority at least. I would say, because the title is misleading. Because I say, oh, the world, okay, world, okay, let's see, world. So let's see. Italy is ready to help restore, okay, so there's the one. Italian, Council of Europe Secretary General, which is one person speaking in the name of many, which are, I don't know if Hungary necessarily called barbaric actions that must be stopped. That's one person that says that. I'm not going to consider the European Union, even if I consider it. It's going to be what, about 40 some countries or something like that, 30 some countries. But anyway, there's not this one, okay? All right, and then we have U.S. Ambassador to Ukraine, Brigitte Brink. She doesn't really count, but let's count her as a U.S., okay? And then we go down here. Oh, British Ambassador to Ukraine, Melinda Simmons. Oh, who's this Simmons? I always like, as I said, to look at their bio. I like reading it. For me, it's very revealing. So Melinda Simmons, Early Lives and Education, that's the most important to me because that shapes a lot of your, education and so on. So Simmons, who is of Polish, Lithuanian and Ukrainian heritage, was born to Jewish parents. All right, in East End of London. Okay, and if you go back here, you can find that she was appointed, very good, honors, very good. Simmons is Jewish and is a member of Finchley Reform Synagogue of London. Good for her. Nothing wrong with that. Zelensky is also Jewish, by the way, just anyway, it's a coincidence. But I just had to, I like to look over these kind of things because I think that sometimes these kind of things play a role in certain kind of decisions. Not that she might speak Ukrainian or something, but these guys are really loving the Russians. So yes, anyway, it's like you would have a Palestinian being the president of Israel, or I don't know, an Iranian being a president of Israel. Anyway, doesn't really matter. Let's move on. So we got what? 3 so far. We got one person from the European Union. We got Italy. We got United States. We got Great Britain. Ram pam pam. Let me see. Borrell is another guy, diplomat. Okay, doesn't count. I'm gonna counting. Okay, because he's not part of the world. He's whatever. Should I? Let's give him a 5. Oh, we got a French minister, Catherine Colonna. So that's like 6. All right, Moldovan. That, remember, until yesterday she didn't matter. Nobody knew who she was. But anyway, she is again whatever. She is a. That's about 7, and that's it, my friends. We got here. Wait, who's this? Moldovan leader, foreign minister Nicu Popescu. So he's the same guy of Moldova. So that's 7. Oh, more. Oh, my bad. Let's see. 7. Pampurum, Zumpapam, Kamparam, Lampam. Now, 197, 195, and it's 7. And the title is World Reacts to Russia's Devastating. Ta-da-da. As I said, I'm not going to discuss the awful attack on civilians and all that. That's bad. It's for a different video that I will never make. Why? Because there's others who will take care of that one, and they will do it better than I will. Okay? I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in other things. So here we have, as bad as it is, you got what? 7 countries? Let's make 7. If you want me to give you the European Union and make 32 countries, even though that person did not speak for Hungary, remember that one. Hungary is a country in the European Union. I don't think it's said, oh, we condemn this and condemn that or whatever we do. So we got, not even, I wouldn't put as an entity, one person, Borrell, 2 from the same entity. And they say the world. Now, obviously, attack on civilians must be condemned, ought to be condemned, whomever does it, including, I know they never did it, but in case the United States would do one day, or the Great Britain, I know they never did it, okay, that should be condemned as well. Okay, so with that spoken here, I just want to point out how these guys are making this, oh my God, or when they say the world community reacted. And in the world community is like 3 countries, United States, Great Britain, and let's say Germany or France. Because for them, in their mind, that's what matters. The rest of 192 out of the 195, that 3 I mentioned over there, really don't matter for them. That tells you how they view the world. Now imagine that you are in a club and supposedly you are all equal. But there's 3 people that have an opinion. They go outside and say, we all in the club think the same way, and we condemn that, and the club community decided that. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. The same with YouTube. When YouTube says, or Facebook, you violated the community guidelines. Well, am I part of the community? Yes, I am. Well, do I matter? No. So when they say the community guidelines, well, did I have a say? Do I have a say? No. So start the BS with community guidelines. Who's the community? They make it like an inclusive. You go to, and I'm not trying to be, I'm just trying to be fair. And I go, let's say, to Menards, or a big company over there. I go to Myers. I go to Kroger's. I go to whatever companies, big grocery stores or whatever they are, department stores. And they say the Myers associate Emil Kosman should come and, I'm an associate. I'm a freaking worker who works for this much, put this much work, and goes home without this, without that, without it. I'm an associate. Remember when you see a firm, a company, let's say Hohenstein and Associates? That's me. In let's say work for Kroger's or in GM, I'm an associate. Yeah, Hohenstein, where I know, Zelensky Stein and Associates. That means these guys, get money from the company. They are in charge. You're an associate. No, let's say it's straight. Okay? So the same thing with these guys. When they talk about, we're all in it. Yes, no, we're not. For them, we're not associates. The same with NATO, the same with the European Union, in United Nations. We're all equal, but some of us are more equal. That's very well said, Mr. Orwell. Yeah, the world says it. Now you can say, well, it's not the world, it's world. That was made with this intention. And even if you say world, why don't you say 3 countries? Because they would definitely take a poop on the whole article. You say 3 countries, one of them being Great Britain with Simon. All right, my friends. It's just pointing out things. I didn't, everything I said here, everything I said, 195 countries, Zeman, whatever, Borrell, whatever, this, whatever, all those are facts. I don't say that's bad. It's just weasel how these guys putting together to see the world. Yeah, the world. What? When you're gonna hear from now on that the world community, please look in how many countries are in that world community. The world community condemns that. How many? Oh, the world community, the world order. Yeah, like everybody was asked about it. Everybody was asked if they want NATO to go all over the world and punch people in countries in the face. To protect and bring freedom, democracy, and love and happiness. Even if you don't want it, we're going to provide you the service. Not good. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.